Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon Hartley and I've been following a ketogenic lifestyle now for 14 months and have lost 75 pounds. If you're watching from YouTube right now, if you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please press subscribe. I appreciate all your support. Thank you for those who have come back and are tuning in again with me. I hope that you're enjoying my videos. And if you're watching from Facebook Live right now on my keto journey, hi guys, I hope that you're having a wonderful Monday evening. And if you would like to join my keto journey, if you are a watcher and subscriber on YouTube, and you would like to join the Facebook group, there is a Facebook tab up above in my banner. If you just press that tab, it'll bring you to the group. We are there to support, motivate, encourage one another. And if you would like to be notified of any of my future videos, please press the bell button below so you can be notified. So I'm going to just tell you a little about how I overcome my emotional eating and binge eating while doing keto and how I was before. So with any other diet that I was doing, Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, I was still binge eating. Now, I'm not binge eating to the point of purging my food, but there would be foods that would trigger me, especially chocolate. I was really big with eating chocolate. I could not keep chocolate in the house. If there was a Cadbury-sized block of chocolate, I would be there eating the whole thing, the whole family-sized chocolate. It was sugar I was totally addicted to. Anything with sugar, cakes, sweets, anything that you can imagine, ice cream, anything, it was down, I mean. And I felt so horrible and so awful after and guilty and felt so worse about myself that the negative talk would get into my head and then it would make it worse. And if I had anything in the house, anything at all that had sugar or carbs, I would eat it. I would go to the store and I would buy so many carb-filled junk, just chocolate, chips, you name it. Even when I'd make like spaghetti bolognese, I would go back 4 seconds, I would eat, and then after I would feel full, I would go back and I would eat, and I would eat the whole lot. There was even times when I'd say to my husband, do you want whatever it was? And he'd say, no, you can have it. But, he really wanted it, but I would eat it anyway, and I just cannot have any foods that's going to trigger me off while I'm on keto. I have not had the urge to eat off plan. I did at the start have cookies. My husband still has sugar-free cookies in the house, and I look at them and that doesn't really bother me. And now I see people that are out, they eat fast foods, hamburgers and chips and things that I used to love eating, fried chicken and things, everything that I used to love eating, sundaes, ice creams, ice cream cones, and the likes. And it actually, looking at them eating it, it makes me sick. I feel sick. I think, do they really know what they're putting in their body? Do they know what they're doing to themselves? Literally, when you're on the ketogenic diet, that is what it does to you. You just have no desire whatsoever. I used to go to vending machines and I would put my dollar in and I would buy a whole heap of candy or whatever was in there at the time, and I would just sit and unwrap one after the other after the other. And my eating, I think, more came from emotions. I ate my emotions, so I was abused by someone in my family. I won't mention who because my mum is in this keto group and I really don't want to upset her, but it was someone very close that I was around a lot, and they physically abused me and sexually abused me, and it got to the point where I got bigger to protect myself. I got bigger to protect myself, and this person would bring food to me, and I would eat whatever food it was, cakes or donuts or anything. All the time that person would bring me food, and I would eat it, and I just I just ate and ate and ate and ate until I was sick. Like, I was literally sick the next day. My stomach was so bloated. I felt so lethargic and tired and just miserable, miserable, miserable. I have noticed that since I've been on the ketogenic lifestyle, I have not emotionally ate or binged. I have not reached for any foods that I shouldn't have. Now, recently in my family, I had a death. My cousin had died, and we hadn't seen him for 15 odd years. Well, he was violent, and he had done bad things to me, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but it brought the past up for me, and the past is a thing that really sort of triggers me. It will trigger me, but I was really proud that I got through it because I kept busy. We were cleaning out his unit, and we had help. Emotional support was there, and I knew that I had done all this hard work, and I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to be emotional eating, so I would do things that I would enjoy. I would rent a movie that I liked, or I would go on Netflix or come on here and do my videos. I would keep my mind active. I noticed that if I do things that are kind of around food when I'm emotional, no, I can't, because I will eat. Even if it's keto, I would eat. I would just mindlessly be eating and not really realizing that I'm doing it. Sometimes I go into the fridge and I'll see a piece of salami wrapped up in mozzarella cheese stick, and I'll just grab for it. But I know that then I track it in my macros, in my tracker that I do. I do Atkins app, and I know that it's going to fit in there. But still, there's that I reach in the fridge. If it's there, I'll reach. So I cannot have anything in my house that is going to be non-keto. I cannot, because I know that even if anyone come in my house with chips or candy, I'd be fine. I know I would be fine now. But it is a trigger thing for me emotionally. Things come back up with my past, and food has always been a comfort to comfort me. And I just know that keto has really, really helped me overcome that. It's been the only diet that I've ever been able to do that has kept me on track and kept me from emotionally eating and binge eating. Now, sometimes I would go like not eating at all, not drinking at all, thinking, okay, so I'm just going to make up for what I've eaten. That's going to be okay. Well, that's not okay, because our bodies need nutrition. The body needs fuel to function. I have done 3-day water fast before, but I got triggered by food, and I would just reach for the Quest bars or reach for the Atkins bars, and they are a little bit of a trigger food for me. If I have them in the house, one will go a day and then a box will be gone. So I try not to buy them much. I might buy them once in a blue moon, because I like to show people that, that is kind of lazy keto, and I really want to get myself off of those Quest bars and the Atkins bars and any kind of treats that are chocolate, because that, even though it's sweetener, it still does have it has a trigger. I guess it's the flavor of it, the texture of it when eating, the enjoyment of it eating. Yes, I want to enjoy my foods, but I do not want to go back to emotional eating. Like when I'd have a fight with someone, like I'd have a fight with my mom, or my husband and I would be in a disagreement, I would always reach for the foods. I mean, every marriage has disagreements and arguments. Not saying that they're full-blown arguments, but I just was such a sensitive person that I would bring food in my bed and I would just eat it and eat it and eat it. And my husband would be asleep and I would sneak in the kitchen and I would grab whatever there was on hand, whatever. And I would hide candy bars that I had bought from the store in my bedroom drawer, in the bathroom, and I would have a hiding drawer in my kitchen. And I still do have a drawer in my kitchen where I put my keto chocolates and not candy bars, but like the Atkins bars, Quest bars, because I think if I look at them, if they're within my visual aid, and I'm a very visual person, if I see something, I'm going to want to reach for it. So I put them in a drawer for that reason. No other reason but that reason. Not because I'm hiding anything. It's just that I know if they were sitting on my bench, they would get eaten in a second. That's just what I'm like. Can I say that I will not emotionally eat or binge eat again? No, I can't, because I have an eating disorder. And had an eating disorder. And I never really thought about it as being an eating disorder until I spoke to a friend of mine who she has a channel, and she was talking about her binge eating, and it got me to really thinking, yes, I should open up about mine, that I was an emotional eater. And binge eating, some people think that you have to be a binge eater and then you purge it up. That is a binge eater, but it's not. A binge eater is someone who will just go for food all the time and just reach for the food and just keep eating and eating and eating until no ends. I am saying this, that anyone who gets up above 300 pounds or even 250, and if they've got a lot of weight on them and they're reaching for food, that is an eating disorder. And a lot of people don't talk about eating disorders because it's shameful. It's something that's just not spoken about. But, you know, I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of what I am now. I'm proud of the person I am now. I'm proud of how far I've come now, the achievements that has happened. And keto has really stopped all that for me. Like, I handle my emotions in other ways. I handle my emotions a lot better now than I did pre-keto. But I had done Jen and Craig and Weight Watchers and other programs, and I still had so many slip-ups where I would be on plan and I would grab for the food and I'd say, yes, I'm going to start tomorrow, and it would never happen. I would just keep cheating on plan and kept eating all that food, all that wrong food that I shouldn't have eaten, and just keep gaining and gaining and gaining weight and throwing all this money away. I can't tell you how much money that my mom, my husband have put into my weight loss. And I feel so guilty about that because I could have had so many other pleasurable things instead of with weight loss. And I don't think of this as a diet at all, because when I think of something being a diet, I know that I'm going to fail. I know that I'm going to set myself up for failure. And I know that this is not a quick fix, because I know that when in the past I had tried diets for quick fixes. I had tried diets because I just wanted to get the weight off and get it off fast. I would try anything just to get the weight off. But then I think, okay, so I'm near to the end. I'm just going to go back to eating the way I always have. And the ketogenic diet lifestyle has really made me think, this is a lifestyle. This is how I'm going to live the rest of my life. That, yes, I had an end goal of 136 pounds, and I've lost 76 pounds of those 136. That was my end goal. But my end goal doesn't go beyond 136. I want the health benefits. I want the benefits of my RA going, my inflammation going, my polycystic ovary syndrome. It's improved, but it hasn't gone completely. There are still little parts of it that do come about. And that's also the other thing. When I would come to the end of the month with my cycle, it was always a craving for sugar. I would always think sugar would fix my cramps. Sugar would fix my headaches. I used to get migraines, and I used to reach for the candy bars and the sugar. And I would eat the candy bars and sugar, and the migraine would be gone. I don't know. I really do not believe that sugar is the answer to get rid of a migraine. I do not, or a headache or anything like that. But that was my excuse to go to sugar, because, you know, if I eat sugar, then I'm going to feel good. Yeah, I felt good in the moment, but much afterwards I didn't. I was getting to hypoglycemic where I was shaky, and I just was so miserable at 305 pounds. And I just believe that if I hadn't have done the ketogenic lifestyle, it was killing me. I mean, my weight would have crept up and up and up. I would have gotten to at least 400 pounds. I just didn't. And because I was so depressed, I just didn't care. I just didn't have any self-care for myself. I just didn't have any care for myself. And my emotional eating, you know, it really then went outside of my house. It, like, we'd go to all-you-could-eat buffets, and I would eat like 6 plates, and I mean full-size plates. And I would have so many sodas, full sugar sodas, and people would look at me, and I would just, you know, sort of hang my head down in shame. There was times that I just didn't want to even be out in public, and even sometimes I would go in the store and I'd get a candy bar while I was in the store, and yeah, I would eat it while I would be shopping. I'd be eating a donut, and then I'd go up to the register with the package and get them to scan it. I have not done that. I have not done that since the ketogenic lifestyle. There are so many habits that I've broken. There's just so many chains that I've broken with myself. And I'm super, super proud. So any of you that are new to ketogenic or have been on the ketogenic lifestyle and maybe have had some type of binge eating or emotional eating in the past, if you feel comfortable, share it. Share it with us, because we're all here to help one another and support one another. With myself, I try and keep away from the keto sweets, because that triggers me. It triggers me to eat more than one, and I have done that. I have done that with the keto sweets. So that's why I try and keep away from the fat bombs that are sweet. I might make them once a month or once every now and then, but I'm not going to be reliant on those things. Even though it's sugar sweetener, it still has that trigger for me. And now I just drink and drink and drink a lot when I feel hungry, or when I feel like I'm going to have a trigger, or I'll chew some sugar-free gum. But I really just wanted to get on here and share my own personal story of overcoming my emotional eating and binging before keto. Well, if you have liked this video, please press like, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all your support. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, Keto On. Bye-bye.